Hello everybody. Apologies if you can't understand me throughout the video. I have nasal congestion, so it's probably going to be hard for you to understand me. But today, I will be doing a tutorial on the Sony hvr-z1 camcorder. This is a camcorder that records 1080i video. That is 1080 lines of resolution at 60i or 50i. This thing can do both PAL and NTSC, which is quite amazing, at least for its time. This is a inadequate microphone solution, but I guess it's better than nothing. Without further ado, let's turn the camera on. Okay, you should now be seeing a direct video feed from the camera. Well, okay, there's a lot of things going on here. We have a yellow symbol that's blinking. Kind of looks like a tape icon, doesn't it? This thing's asking for a tape. What else do we see? We see 95 minutes of battery life. I see HTV 1080i, 60i, that looks all fine. Got PP2, funny name nowadays. That means picture profile. For it to be more realistic, let's switch it to off for you. There we go, this is what you should be seeing. Well, why is the video black? It's because of the lens cover. Now, before using this camera, you should have definitely watched a overview video on YouTube. There's plenty of them. Watch it before watching this. Okay, now let's get rid of that. Now we can see a nice image. If we have the zoom switch set to lever or remote, we can use the rocker zoom switch on this hand grip to zoom in. Now, depending on how much pressure you put onto the rocker zoom switch, it should zoom slower or quicker. So this is where most people stop. But there's so many things that they don't try. First, it's this switch right here. First we have auto, and then we have hold. We'll switch it to the one in the middle. Well, the image didn't change at all. We see these 4 buttons here to the left of that switch. Why don't we just press every single one of them? Now we can see that we have some controls here. Now, if you have used a camcorder before using a professional camcorder, then you should know what these mean. If you, for some reason, decided to buy a professional camcorder before getting a normal camcorder beforehand, let me explain these for you. F2, what is that? That is your aperture. Basically, if you open it up, meaning lower the number, you get more depth of field. You see that? See how the blurry background, right? Well, if we close the aperture to, say, f11, there is less of that blurry background. It's called the depth of field effect. It's what you usually see with DSLRs. Well, let's open up the LCD screen. I'm tired of the viewfinder. There we go. Immediately more resolution. Or so it seems. Well, in order for your footage to be the most sharpest, I recommend shooting at f4. Then you can use the shutter speed and the gain switch to get adequate looking footage. Now, there's a problem with these LCD screens, and that is they're not set up correctly, meaning what you're seeing through the LCD screen may not be what you will see later when capturing the footage. Well, you can try and follow my settings, but I'm pretty sure that your screen is different than mine. This is my LCD brightness. And this is my LCD color. make sure to use one of these. You may notice these 6 circular buttons on the side of the camera. Those are buttons that you can assign functions to. Let's see how to do that. We go to Menu, scroll down, Assign button, and here, as you can see, I already have some functions assigned to it. AE override. It's kind of hard to explain. The lower that it's set to, hold on, let's set the aperture to automatic, and then press the assignable button. As you can see, it's kind of nicely exposed. But when I lower it, it becomes way more sensitive to strong light. Let's see more. We have steady shot. This camera is special in the fact that it has optical image stabilization. It's what your modern smartphone has, but back then this was quite nice. So, let's press the button. As you can see, the footage just got way more shakier, but when I press it, it's almost magical. As you can see, no stabilization, stabilization. Let's see more. White balance outdoor. It basically changes the warmness of the white balance. All scan mode shows you the whole image instead of just cropping it. It's quite nice. Hypergain. Now this is kind of a fun setting. When you're in crazy low light, this is quite useful. Or when you need high shutter speed. Let's make my shutter speed 3000 and then press the button. As you can see, I have shutter speed 3000, yet I still see a quite clear image. And that's it. Now I'm going to show you how to set up your camera. Return, camera set, white balance preset set to outdoor. This I manipulate using the buttons. Gain setup. I usually have this at 12 or 15 decibels, but since I'm usually shooting low light, I sometimes set it to 18 decibels. I can later on use the P menu, also known as personal menu, to gain quick access to this. Shot transition. This is quite an awesome feature, which I'll get to in a bit. Color correct I set to off. It's kind of complicated, but it's, this is in 2005 before there was color correction in the software, so it's quite cool. Steady shot, of course, I manipulate it using the buttons. Steady shot type, I like to use hard steady shot type, because, I want the steadiest footage. Peaking. This is for focusing, so when I have manual focus, I can use this. Now you can switch this on at the back of this camera. Switch it to peaking, and it's hard to notice a difference except it being slightly noisier when set to white. Red is a little bit easier to see, but it's still kind of difficult. On the video out, it's most definitely very, very hard to see. AF assist, this is a very cool setting, and I don't usually see this setting a lot on cameras. So let's zoom in onto the camera screen. As you can see, it's not in focus, but I can just grab the focus ring and it's in focus. AE response, I keep on fast. Marker, I don't really use that. Flicker reduce, that's for when you're traveling. You want to keep on using 60 FPS, but you're in a PAL country and the lights start flickering. It's nice to turn that on. I usually keep that on at all times, since I live in a PAL region. Handle zoom, here you can adjust the speed of the handle zoom. So right now it's set to high. I'm zooming in using the handle. Now let's set it to low. Ooh. As you can see, it's slower. Now if I set the low to even slower, it is way slower. I keep it at 4. Zebra level, that's for the zebra bars. Bars type. Here, where the LCD screen goes, you can see a bars button. When I press it, outside of the menu, wow, freaking classic. Let's get rid of the display there. As you can see, it's that classic bars type you see in memes. You can also change the type of the bars. So there we go, we got that one, which is less known. But then we have the classic. And I don't know what these do, and I don't know how to use them, so I don't really care about it. Audio, I do not know much about audio. As you can see, it just becomes freaking crazy. This is when you use an external microphone, which I don't. LCD viewfinder set, I've shown you what I have set up as LCD color and LCD brightness, which brightness you can adjust here where the LCD screen goes. If you feel like your LCD screen is not working, maybe you have to turn on backlight. Viewfinder power, you can set that to on. Now both the LCD screen and the viewfinder, I'm not sure if I'm getting this, is on. In and out, record. I have the record format set to 1080i because I want to record high definition. External record control, that's for those external tapeless recording devices. Component, you can set the resolution of it. iLink converter, that's just going to convert the FireWire to standard definition. You don't want that. Down convert, you don't really care about that. Return, this. Don't really care about this very much. Go back to others. You can assign the button. You can set the date and time, which mine is wrong. World time, don't know. Language. Quick record. Basically, it'll keep your head spinning the whole time that your camera is on. If you don't know what the head is, it's that silver angled thing, drum. Basically spins really quick. It can wear out the tape along with the head itself, and you'll have to get it replaced. It's annoying. So make sure to turn that off. Turn the camera off at all times when you're not using it. Beep, you can set it to melody, and yeah, it gets annoying. I set it to normal so that I know when I'm recording and stuff. Record lamp, when you record, a red light's gonna appear, which I don't like. Format lamp, when you use the camera, it'll show you this blue light right here, which I don't like. Set that to off. Iris dial, if you're not used to turning it this way to close the aperture and this way to open up the aperture, you can set it to the opposite. I like to keep it on normal. Letter size, you can set it to X2, which just looks weird. I don't like it. Taper menu, I make sure to keep that on at all times so that I know how much recording time I have left. Display output, that's for video out, which I'm using to capture the screen. Set that to LCD panel, and you only see the bars now, along with the video feed. And if I want to show you the menu, I can turn that on. Zoom display, I keep that on number. It shows me how much I'm zoomed in at all times, and it's just easier to understand. Expanded focus, basically it zooms in digitally like 2 times to let you know if you're in focus. I keep that on manual off when I use it. Hours meter tells you how long you've been using the camera. Date record, I keep that off because it's just annoying. Remote control, I keep that to off. And 50i to 60i. If you want to use this camera in a PAL region, you can set it to 50i. This camera was revolutionary in doing this. It was the first HD camera to really do this. Now let's click on P menu. Here we have some menu functions that I put here. we can click P menu setup and we can delete something. So if I want to record delete lamp or record lamp, I can do that. And if I want to add record lamp, let's go to here, others, record lamp, bam. Record lamp has been added. Nice. And now we can go to picture profile. It's basically color grading. Turn off these bars here. As you can see, different picture profiles do different things. I will show you how I set up my picture profile. Of course, it's all up to your preference. Also, in case you don't know, I scroll using this here silver dial at the back of the camera. You use it to adjust the shutter speed as well. And you can push on it to select stuff. One suggestion I have for you is don't use the zoom ring too quickly. I destroyed my lens in doing this. Don't do it. So, shot transition. How do I do it? Well, let's press the shot trans button and press A. Shot A. Now we change the zoom, change the aperture, whatever we want we can change, and press shot B. Now we press the shot transition button. Now we're on check. You can check to see if this is how we want it. If this is how we want it. Now let's press again, and you can also change the roughness and speed of this. Let's go here. It should be around here. No, it's in camera. So shot trans, we can set the time for the transition, and the curve, I use soft transition. Linear. Linear is basically just like the check. So keep that off and start timer. You can stabilize yourself and wait 5 seconds and then start, which I don't use enough. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. See ya.